Hey guys, what's going on? Megan here. Happy New Year, folks. And I know you guys are setting your New Year resolutions, so this video is it's the perfect timing. All right, so I have here a list of the most popular New Year resolutions, the most popular life goals and habit changes that men try to make. And I'm obviously going to rank them from God tier to I'm not gonna say that. I don't want to get demonetized, right? So mandatory, self-explanatory. These are the goals that you're gonna have to do if you want to succeed as a man. Keep in mind, this is for men who want to improve, men who want to succeed, make money, get girls, start a family, whatever. Very important is again self-explanatory. Cool story. That's the goals that are like okay, right? It's not gonna move the needle a lot, right? They're okay. They don't hurt. They also don't help substantially. Waste of time. These are goals that, again, you're just wasting your time, right? Because for every hour that you spend working on one goal, you could spend that hour on the other goal. So, and obviously, again, this one. All right, so let's get straight to it. I'm gonna pick them at random. Lose fat, obviously, right? This is very important. I'm not gonna put in mandatory, right? Because it depends on your body fat, right? If your body fat is super high, then yeah, that's gonna be mandatory. But again, if you DC status, then I would say very important. Next, we have let's see. I got to pick them at random, so I'm trying not to use my bias here. Work on your this whole looks maxing trend. I'm gonna put that at cool story, guys. Look maxing, whatever you got. It's in fact, I actually want to put in waste of time. The only reason I'm putting in that cool story is because all right, it doesn't hurt, but guys, you gotta understand that unless you're already super good looking, you already have great genetics, this is not gonna move the needle a lot. I know you don't want to hear it, but it's not, right? Got men who are 7, 8, 9 out of 10, right? They're gonna destroy you no matter how much looks maxing you do. You can only go so far, right? If you ugly, you ugly. Just own it and try to compensate in other areas. But this trend, I mean, I'm getting messages about men saying, should I muse? Should I do this? Should I do that? It's a waste of time because even if you get a perfect face, you still have to go through the bottleneck, right? Women are going to be attracted to you, but you're still going to have to go through the bottleneck. What is the ultimate bottleneck, guys? It's your personality, your status, your ability to provide security, both physical and financial security. So you could look smacks as much as you want, right? But there's a reason why there are ugly guys who clap cheeks and there are tall, handsome guys who are still virgins, right? Because your looks can only take you this far. Your looks are going to cause that initial attraction, but in order to keep the woman, that's your personality, that's your status, that's your ability to provide security. Watch my video on the triple S score where I go into detail. So, cool story, bro. Next we have, so let's see. I'm gonna try to go fast because this video is gonna be too long. Uh, get a wife, man. Get married. I'm gonna put that at waste of time, guys. You guys know my views on marriage. Unless you find a perfect woman, I feel like marriage is a waste of time for 90% of men. And again, every woman is the right woman on the day of marriage. On the day you marry that bitch, she's the right woman. Until 5, 10 years later, she ruins your life. So this is one of those things where you're playing Russian roulette, right? You guys think the men who are getting divorced and losing half of everything and are being depressed and suicidal because they ended up marrying Jezebel herself? You think they knew that she was gonna do that to them, right? On the day of marriage, every woman is the perfect woman. So you guys know my view on marriage. I feel like, don't get me wrong, marriage has its place in society, but I feel like it's playing Russian roulette. You gotta be so careful who you choose to marry. You know. Now, if you get the perfect woman, great, right? Lucky you, bitch. But most of the time, they're hard to pick apart from the snakes. All right, next, let's see what's the goal a man should have. Pay off debt, obviously. That's uh, I'm gonna put that cool story. As crazy as it sounds, right? I'm gonna put that cool story, bro, because in some cases it doesn't hurt to have debt, right? Depending on your financial situation, if you have businesses, speak with your accountants. They're gonna go into details. Paying off debt, even though it sounds like the most obvious choice, it's not always the best decision, depending on what situation you're in, depending on your context, right? Your financial situation. You could always wait, and you can even use the interest expense to your advantage. But anyway, next, laying off drugs. If you're addicted to drugs, yes, that includes weed. I'm gonna put that if you're trying to quit drugs. I'm gonna put that very important, right? It's holding you back. Common sense. Next, learning a new language. I'm going to go really fast now. Learning a new language, by the way, I'm not sponsored by Duolingo, but my daughter put me on. Hold on a second. Raiden is crying like a motherfucker. All right, guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. Yeah, Raiden is louder than a motherfucker. All right, so where did I leave off? I think I left off at lay off the drugs. That's common sense. Next, we have, charity stuff, right? Try to help out your fellow man. Try to, by the way, guys, I'm going to be launching that GoFundMe initiative. I told you I was going to do like 2-3 years ago. I just never had time. Long story short, it's a project where people are going to donate as much as they want, and it's going to go to a random young man who needs it anywhere in the world. So I did the math, guys. If 100 people give, 50 cents? That's $50, right? $50. That's a lot to a young man out there. That's a lot to a young man in America. That's a lot to a young man outside of the U.S. So it's something that I've been trying to do for a long time, but I just never get the time, right? So anyway, so if you want to participate when I launch it, make sure you join all my groups, right? The Discord or the SKOOL community, stuff like that. All right, but as far as doing charity stuff, I would put that at I put that very important. It's really important to give back. And as you guys can see, I lead by example. I'm always releasing a ton of free content that I could easily charge a lot of money for. But it's part of self-improvement, right? Look outside of yourself, right? You're not the center of the universe. Help whoever is in need, and hopefully they'll continue the cycle as well. Next, get a mentor. I'm going to put that at very important, right? Very, very important. Depending on what your goal is, you got to find a mentor. Guys, stop trying to reinvent the wheel. If I could go back in time, that's one of the first things I would do, is get a mentor, right? Unfortunately, my mentors were just from books that I read, right? A mentor doesn't have to be a person in front of you. They don't have to be a person that you call on the phone. It could be a historical figure. It could be someone, online. Anyone who's where you want to be, but most importantly, who's also started from where you started. The mistake people make is they pick mentors that are where you want to be, but those mentors did not necessarily start where you started. So they can't relate to you, and they have advantages that you don't have, and you have disadvantages that they don't have. So you got to pick good mentors. Again, depending on your goal. And no, this is not a shameless plug. I'm not referring to myself. I'm talking about like any field you're in, whether you want to be a scientist, an engineer, a researcher, an entrepreneur, a fighter, I don't care what it is, find a good mentor. Make sure they're not trying to scam you. Ideally, find someone who does it for free. This way they're doing it out of passion, and they have no ulterior motives, okay? But very, very important. Get a mentor, guys. Put your ego down. Trust me, you could learn 50 years worth of information in a week if you meet the right mentor. Next, we have college education. I'm going to put that, I know this is controversial. I'm going to put that very important for many reasons. I don't want to make this video too long, but I could make videos explaining why I believe college education is important. And it's not what you think, guys. It's not because of the degree, right? It's mainly because of all the other things, all the other perks, which is growing your social network, making friends that are, long-lasting friends, high-quality friends, getting out of your comfort zone, challenging your discipline. I mean, if I could go back in time, you guys know my story. I did 3 associate degrees and 2 bachelor degrees. I could go back in time, I'd probably do 10, right? Because each extra year I spent in college, I grew so much as a person. It was so hard. The pressure was on me. I met great people. And obviously, I learned a crap ton of things. Most of my learning is obviously at home. I'm self-taught, but it did help to have the structure that college brings. But anyway, so I'm going to put that very important. Get an education, and not from home. It has to be in person. And again, I'm going to explain that why in future videos. Learn a new language. I'm going to put that cool story. Even though it's good, it's a good skill to have. Myself, I'm learning Spanish. By the way, I'm not sponsored by Duolingo. My daughter put me on. I think I'm on like streak. I have a pretty good streak going, right? But anyway, learning a new language is fine, but I'm not going to put that as very important depending on what stage of your career you're in. If you at the higher levels, yeah, this is huge. But for most guys watching this video, this could wait. Next, let's see, meditating more. I'm going to put that at I'm gonna put that very important, right? Obviously, meditation is great to lower cortisol, lower stress, improve your mental health, especially if you have anxiety. You guys should meditate, and it does not have to take a long time. Next, we have, again, I got to pick it at random. Work on your cardio, right? Your cardiovascular health, increasing your VO2 max. I'm gonna put that at. I'm gonna put that very important, right? I know everybody hates cardio. Trust me, I myself hate cardio, but it's too important these days. Mainly because before COVID, it wasn't a big deal, but after COVID, people have become so used to being sedentary that almost everyone I speak to, most of my clients, with some exceptions, they have shit cardiovascular markers: high blood pressure, high resting heart rate, low heart rate variability, blah blah blah. So I highly recommend that you make working in your cardiovascular health. You don't have to be Marat, right? You don't have to be Marat, but try to increase your VO2 max and try to lower your resting heart rate. Next, we have, let's see, getting rid of fake friends, man. I'm going to put that at mandatory. You got to get rid of fake friends, guys. And the thing with fake friends is you don't even know they're fake, right? Because they pretend like they have your good interests at heart, but deep down inside, they just don't want you to. See, here's how you know when you have a fake friend. Fake friends want you to do well as long as you're not doing better than them. The moment you start doing better than them, they either act funny or they try to bring you back down, right? A good friend wants you to surpass them. A fake friend wants you to do good as long as you're not doing better than them. So you got to cut those people out. Another way to know them is if they see you making mistakes and they don't say anything, they're an enemy, right? Napoleon said it best, right? He said, never interrupt your enemy when they're making a mistake. Guess what? Fake friends do that. They see you sabotaging yourself. They see you going in the opposite direction, and they either stay quiet or they even encourage you. They say, hey, relax. It's not that big of a deal. Enjoy life. Cut them out. Those worm tongue motherfuckers. Next, join my SKOOL community. Very important. It's free now. It's not going to be free forever, but it's free now. And everyone who joins, obviously, it's going to be free for the rest of your life unless you get banned. So definitely join the SKOOL community. I have a lot of things planned for it. I already have a lot of courses up there. Once you reach level 2, you don't like it, again, all free. So join while it's still free. Next, we have, shameless plug. Next, we have working your health. Ooh, she's hot as hell. But yeah, I'm going to put that very important. A lot of you guys are neglecting your health. You waiting until it's too late, and now you have to go to the hospital and get medicated by, those shitty doctors. So working your health, track your health markers. So that's your blood pressure, your hand grip strength, your resting heart rate. I could make a video on just what markers to focus on, right? But it takes less than 5 minutes a day, but it's going to do wonders for yourself. So work on your health. Try to wean yourself, not medical advice, by the way, but try to wean yourself off of these crazy side effect drugs that doctors just throw you on. Guys, I'm not allowed to say this because I get canceled and demonetized, but actually, let me not say it because I'm not trying to get my channel deleted. I'm already demonetized, so hell. Very few of my videos are earning money right now. But anyway, just be careful. Be careful with the healthcare industry. A lot of shady people out there. All they want to do is treat the symptoms instead of the root causes. Next, trying to get a promotion at your job. Cool story, bruh. I feel like most men, not everybody can be an entrepreneur, but I feel like most men should work on a side business, a side hustle. I'm not saying you should quit your job. Don't get me wrong. Not everybody can be an entrepreneur, and there's a place for 9 to 5s. As long as you enjoy it, as long as you love it, and as long as it frees up a lot of time for you to work on yourself, then there's nothing wrong with having a career, right? Don't let all these red pill guys demonize having a 9 to 5. Not all 9 to 5s are bad. But trying to get a promotion, that's fine as long as you're not, hurting your happiness and your own interest in the process. A lot of you guys kiss ass way too much just to move ahead. Next, getting a weapon, right? I put that at mandatory. I don't understand why this is not talked about enough, right? Everyone, if a weapon is legal in your country, every man should have a weapon. I don't care if it's a gun. I don't care if it's a taser. I don't care if it's bear spray. I don't care what it is. Every man should be able to defend themselves without combat sports. Obviously, combat sports are important. Being able to fight, being able to knock somebody out, being able to do jiu-jitsu, blah, blah, blah. Of course, that's important. But you're not always going to go up against somebody who's weaker than you. You might go against 2, 3, 4 people, and now your jiu-jitsu skills are trash. They're useless, right? That's the thing with jiu-jitsu is I'm all for learn BJJ, blah, blah, blah. What are you going to do against 4 people? 5, right? And one of the reasons why a lot of men have anxiety today is because you can't defend yourself. Do you understand how hard it is to be confident when you walk in a busy area, in a busy street, or in the subway, when you know that at any moment somebody could fuck your shit up? Come on, guys. So how do you expect to have high confidence if you look like prey? You're defenseless. So not only you should learn to fight, but everyone should have some kind of weapon. Pick a weapon that's legal in your country, of course. Right? I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's brass knuckles. I don't care if it's a switchblade. Have means of defending yourself because society's getting crazy. Next, forgiveness, man. The fuck out of here. I hate that so much, right? Guys, toxic people should be cut off from your life. I hate the whole forgive. Yeah, don't let, bitterness and hatred eat you up. But this whole idea that if people do you dirty, you're supposed to just let them in with open arms and turn the other cheek. Turn these nuts, right? I repeat, do not let toxic people stay in your life. You want to forgive them, that's fine, but just cut them off, right? Forgive, but don't forget, right? So get this out of here. I don't believe in turning the other cheek. I believe in vengeance. I believe in leveling up and using success as the best method of avenging those who doubted you, those who did you wrong, okay? But don't keep toxic. I don't care if it's friends or family members. Do not keep toxic people in your life because you're trying to be a good Samaritan or Mr. Forgiveness. Get out of here. Next, we have reducing stress. Obviously, very important, but mainly chronic stress, right? Try to reduce chronic stress, not acute stress. Acute stress is good for you, but chronic stress is obviously terrible for you. So do whatever it takes to reduce stress. Work in a trade job, so I'm going to put that at... It really depends. It really depends on your financial situation, right? Because college is not for everybody. I'm going to put that right next to the college part, right? Because same explanation as college. If you don't want to go to college or you don't want to take a lot of debt, you get a trade job. They pay a lot of money. And if you pick one where you're going to be surrounded by other hardworking men, believe it or not, it's actually a net positive. Next, we have running more, right? And I'm not talking about just sprinting only. You could sprint. You could do 1 mile runs, whatever. I think that's something, I'm going to put that very important. I think that's something that men should add because we too sedentary these days, right? And I'm not even a big fan of cardio, but I feel like everyone should work on their cardiovascular health. And running is also going to toughen you the fuck up, right? It's really going to increase your mental tenacity. It's going to increase your resilience. And if you have ADHD, then running is a godsend. I could make a whole video on all the health benefits and cognitive benefits of running. Next, we have fixing your porn addiction. Obviously, I'm going to put that as very important. Watch my video on how to fix porn addiction. And no, it's not about doing NoFap or semen retention, all that nonsense. Watch my video on how to actually deal with porn addiction. Next, we have eating better. Almost everyone has this goal on their list, right? I'm going to put that at mandatory, right? Everyone eats like trash. Even people who think they eat healthy eat like trash. Guys, eating, your diet plays a role on everything you could think about. Your hormone levels, so obviously your testosterone, your net androgen status, your energy levels, your dopamine levels, your gut health, your stress levels. Everything can be traced back to your diet, right? So you really got to dial in your diet. Follow the testosterone diet. Shameless plug. Where's my fucking book? Where is it? There it is. Right. Mandatory. Right. Buy my books. Buy my testosterone diet book, and buy my HSP training book. Right. I did all the work for you, all the research. And if you can't afford it, that's fine. I still give out that information for free in my communities. Right. So join them as well. But yeah, definitely work on your diet. Next, NoFap. Get the fuck out of here. I can't stand this movement. NoFap, semen retention. I already made too many videos debunking these guys. So watch my videos or read my Instagram posts where I debunk this whole movement with a ton of studies. The studies that they themselves try to use when really, if you read the studies, they go against exactly what they say. So yes, the only thing me and NoFap have in common is obviously that porn addiction is an issue, right? But after that, that's it. They go left, I go right. Porn addiction, like I always say, it's not the issue. It's a symptom. Always remember that. It is a symptom of the issue. So if you're trying to fix porn addiction itself, you are wasting your time. You're going to have streaks You're going to fail, you're going to repeat, and you're going to be stuck in this endless cycle of addiction, retention, fail, start over, blah, 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 right? Anyway, watch my videos for more detail. Let's see what's next. Have kids, all right? If one of your goals this year is to have kids, I'm going to put that at, guys, I'm going to get a lot of hate for this, but waste of time. I think you guys should wait. I think it's too early. I think most people are having kids too early. Guys, it's not back in the days where we died at age 25, 30, 35, whatever, right? Most men should wait to have kids. Don't be in a rush. Trust me, I know from experience, don't be in a rush to have kids. There's a lot of positives that come with kids, but there is a ton of negatives, right? Depending on which stage of your life you're in, right? If you financially stable, if you have your shit together, you worked on your mental health, your traumas, great, go have kids. But for most of you motherfuckers out there, wait. Don't have a kid when you still one yourself. Next, what's this? Oh yeah, finding your ikigai, finding your purpose in life, finding your mission in life, right? Again, long story short, ikigai is simply the problem you can solve that checks all of these boxes, which is 1, you're passionate about solving that problem. 2, you're good at solving that problem. 3, you, wait, am I telling you guys? I think I should make a video because I want to tell you guys my version of the ikigai as opposed to the original version. But back to the original version. The original version is solve a problem that you love to solve, you're good at solving, that people need, and that you can get paid for. But I have an updated version that's even more specific. But anyway, long story short, I'm going to put this in God tier. I cannot stress this enough. If you're a man and you walking around without knowing your ikigai, without knowing your purpose, your mission in life, you are wasting so much time and you setting yourself up for depression, procrastination, laziness, confusion. I can go on and on, right? This should be your number one goal. This goal should have been set 3 weeks ago, right? That is the number one thing you should focus on. Find your ikigai. You can find it in less than a week if you just sit down and ask yourself the right questions. Next, we have saving more. Yeah, cool story, right? Right now, I'm putting that cool story as much as everyone tells you save. Yeah, it depends, right? It depends because sometimes, depending on your financial situation, you should be aggressive with spending. What changes is what you spend your money on, right? You should spend your money on things that are going to make you better and smarter. You should be aggressive when it comes to that. But if you're referring to people who just spend money on BS, then obviously, yeah, you should save more. Next, travel the world more. Again, this one highly depends on your stage in your hero's journey, right? What level are you in the RPG of your life, right? You being the main character. This highly depends, right? If you're still trying to find yourself and you're still broke, whatever, I would not recommend traveling more, right? Right now, I would recommend going balls deep on finding your ikigai and making money, getting in shape, increasing your triple S score. So I'm going to put that cool story, bro. As much as I love traveling, I cannot put that at very important, mainly because it's only important when you already have a lot of stuff in order in your life. Next, reading more. I'm going to put that at mandatory. You fuckers don't read enough, guys. You have to read, right? All of my wisdom, all of my knowledge has been accumulated through pain, suffering, and obviously reading. I read all the time. I'm always learning, always soaking up information. And believe it or not, I actually hate reading. People think I like reading. I hate reading. I do it because it works. It works. Knowledge is power. So definitely make that one of your goals. Watch my old videos on a day in a life, daily routine from years ago where I explain my process. But yeah. Next, we have, join my private training communities. I'm going to put that very important. The fuck? Shameless plug, right? Join my private training group. It's very affordable. There's 3 different tiers. We work out together. We talk about everything. It's high quality conversations because obviously the people who are there are paying, so no one is trolling. Click the link in the description. Check it out. We're going to have a great time. We compete for everything. We compete for daily steps. We all try to get 10,000 steps a day. We compete. I'm working on a lot of projects where we're going to compete on exercise, strength standards, blah, blah, blah. It's going to be epic, guys. So join. And we're running the program every 4 weeks. So next we have social media addiction. If your goal is to quit your social media addiction, I'm going to put that at very important, obviously, right? Because, man, social media is It's a double-edged sword, right? It can inspire you, it can motivate you, but it's also a huge gateway to just every addiction you could think about, right? Not to mention that again, it makes procrastination worse. So definitely gonna put that up there. Next, drink more water. I'm gonna put that very important. Most of you guys don't drink enough water. Next, getting more sunlight. Again, very important. Not only you need morning sunlight, but you guys are so deficient in vitamin D. So get more sunlight and obviously supplement with vitamin D, not medical advice if you are deficient, right? Next, we have spending more time with your family. Of course, I'm going to put that at very important. I'm guilty of that myself. I work so much Monday through Sunday that I tend to let a lot of precious moments with my family fly by. So that's definitely something that I've been struggling with for years. But don't make that mistake, guys. Enjoy your families. Try to spend more time with them. What's next? Getting a dog. Oof. As much as I love dogs, I'm gonna put that at actually. Man, it sucks to put this in cool story, but I gotta be objective. I'm gonna put that cool story. Right. The benefit is obviously dogs are great. Dogs are epic, and you're also gonna get a lot more steps because you guys struggle with getting your 10,000 steps a day. But I can't put it up there. I can't put it up there because it's just those things are way more important. Next, we have working on your sleep. Working on your sleep, that is obviously mandatory. Most of you guys, not only you don't sleep enough, but your sleep quality is garbage. So definitely mandatory. Next, starting your own business. I'm going to put that at very important. Again, disclaimer, not everybody is made to be a businessman. Not everybody is made to be an entrepreneur. But I believe that if you have the skills for it and you have the ability, the passion, the connections, everyone should start a small project on the side, right? Especially if you're a man, right? You're going to learn so much. Not only eventually it's going to be a gateway to retiring early, whatever, but it's going to bring out the best in you guys. You're going to have to work on almost every skill you could think about. So I think most men should start a small business. Nothing big. It doesn't have to be a crazy 6-figure business. No. Just start something small on the side. And trust me, it's going to pay dividends. No pun intended. Next, we have more sex, of course, right? I'm going to put that very important, right? I'm tired of people demonizing sex. Sex is great, guys. It's great for your health, great for your testosterone. Watch my posts on that, watch the videos, look up the science on it. Sex is amazing. You guys know if you watch my videos, clapping cheeks is everything. So definitely, obviously, have protected sex and try not to have kids unless you're ready, right? Try not to have kids too early. Don't make the mistake I made, right? I was clapping way too many cheeks, and I ended up having a kid at 23, which derailed my whole freaking life. But hey, I wouldn't change it for the world, right? Love my kids. Next, budgeting. Obviously, I'm going to put that at very important. That just goes without saying, right? Especially whether you're broke or not, you guys should budget. Know where your money's going, right? Start each month with a goal. I'm going to spend X on food, X on this, X on that. Next, we have boosting testosterone. You guys already know that's going in God tier. It's going in God tier. It's not even close, right? There's a reason why I won't shut up about testosterone. People think testosterone is overrated. It is underrated. Even with all of the information that's out there about testosterone, it is still so underrated. People think they know what testosterone does. Trust me, they don't. And I know I've been studying for over 2 decades. It is still an underrated hormone, right? Maximize your androgen receptor signaling, right? So increase your testosterone, increase your DHT, increase your androgen receptor sensitivity and density, lower your cortisol, right? Remember, like I always say, it's not just testosterone, it's your net androgen status. It is all your androgens that obviously have to go up and try to lower your anti-androgens, right? The things that that counteract the effects of androgens. So try to lower your prolactin, try to lower your estradiol. If it's too high, try to lower your SHBG, blah, 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 blah. But yeah, that's definitely God tier. Next, we have, here we go. Find God, religion, all that stuff. Believe it or not, I'm not going to put that waste of time as much as I like to trash on religion. I'm going to put that at cool story. Cool story, because it depends on religion. It depends on religion. It depends on the denomination within our religion. People say find God. Which God, right? Islam? Christianity? Is it going to be Allah, Yahweh, Jesus, right? Odin, Zeus, Thor? It's crazy how arrogant religious people are, right? Everyone thinks their religion is the right one, right? And no matter what you tell them, they'll dismiss the stuff you tell them and they'll use confirmation bias to spam whatever makes them right. So don't even get me started. You guys know how I feel about religion. Now, again, this is not referring to spirituality. If you spiritual, then shake my hand. Love it. I love spiritual people. But when it comes to organized religion, miss me with that BS. So cool story. It could go higher depending on what I just explained. Try to get more steps. Wait, did I do this already? No, I didn't do. Yeah. Try to get at least 10,000 steps a day. I'm going to put that as very important. In fact, if you join the private group, we are actually doing a competition. I think I mentioned that already, where we're trying to get 10,000 steps a day. So we have a leaderboard. It is fun. It is epic. We got guys in that group who are monsters, right? They get like 15,000, 20,000. Very fun, very fun. But definitely try to get your 10,000 steps a day for many reasons. I'm not going to, if you need to know why, then that's crazy. Cognitive function, testosterone levels, fat loss. I could go on and on. Next, building an aesthetic physique. Getting jacked, building muscle. Obviously, I'm going to put that at very important. I'm not going to put that mandatory. And I can explain why in future videos. But I'm going to put that very important. Try to build muscle. Get stronger. Buying a car, if that's one of your goals, I'm going to put that cool story, right? It really depends. It really depends. Because sometimes, believe it or not, it's better to just take an Uber. You don't have to worry about parking. You don't have to worry about maintenance and a whole bunch of stuff, right? So I'm going to put that cool story because it highly depends. If you live in a busy city where it's almost impossible to find parking, man, you spending so much on gas, you wasting so much time trying to find parking. I could go on and on. But if you live in a decent area where there's not a lot of public transportation or Uber's jacking up prices, then yeah, you might need a car. So it really depends, right? I'm not gonna generalize. I'm not gonna be dogmatic about this one. Next, I think I used something twice. Oh yeah, this one was cutting drug addiction. This one was cutting smoke. Yeah, quitting smoking. So if you smoke weed, obviously, come on, guys. I'm gonna put that as very important. I'm not gonna put it mandatory because it depends. Some people need it for medicinal reasons, but everyone uses that excuse. So I'm gonna put that as very important, right? Because to me, the cons of weed outweigh the pros, right? Trust me, I know. Next, we have quitting alcohol. Obviously, I'm gonna put that mandatory. Are you kidding me? You gotta quit alcohol, guys. It's screwing you in so many different levels. It's not worth it. Next, we have learning more skills. Obviously, very important, right? As a man, you should always try to increase your skill set as long as you're picking skills that are related to your ikigai. Next, we have, shameless plug again. Get my coaching. I'm going to put that very important, right? Get my coaching. Get my coaching. It's affordable. There's tiers for everybody. There's gold tier. There's diamond tier, silver tier, whatever. Very affordable. Get my one-on-one coaching. You won't regret it. And I help you with everything. Blood work, workout, fat loss, nutrition, your genetics. Nobody else does that. Next, we have, which one was... I think I forgot some. No, I didn't. Okay, this one is getting, guys, I'm just going off memory here. This one is getting a girlfriend. Getting a girlfriend or a booty call, whatever. I'm going to put that at, damn it. I'm going to put that very important. I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to put that very important because even though you guys know my stance on monogamy, I feel like men are not I know men are not monogamous. But I believe monogamy is important when trying to raise children. That's where I draw the line, right? If you're trying to raise children, monogamy is the best way, even though it's against our nature. But as far as getting a girlfriend, booty call, whatever, the reason why I put that very important is because it's going to keep you on your toes. It's going to make you focus on self-improvement. It's going to keep you accountable, obviously. A lot of you guys are lazy and you fall into porn addiction and just wake up and spend all day on the bed, whatever, because, again, there's no fire in your ass, right? You're not competing. You're not, trying to make sure that you're always ready in case in case she wants some, I'm laughing because I have to make a whole video on that. But yeah, trust me, there's benefits to having a booty call, a partner, or just, somebody to drain your balls. Next, the last three. Learning to fight, I'm going to put that mandatory. There's no Yeah, I mean, do I have to explain? You got to learn to fight. If you're a man, you have to learn to fight. You don't have a choice, right? Watch my videos or my posts on the biology of men, right? Remember, testosterone is the hormone that serves two functions. It's the hormone of sex and it's the hormone of war, right? Men are built for fighting. In fact, I have a whole course that I'm working on that. By the way, join the SKOOL community if you haven't, because that's where it's going to be released. But men are built for fighting. Every part of our psychology, neuroscience, physiology it literally improves the better of a fighter you become, because your cardio is going to improve, your strength is going to improve, your muscle mass is going to improve. In order to be a good fighter, you have to increase all those stats. So you're going to be surrounded by competition all the time. I could go on, right? You have to learn to fight. Not to mention, if you have anxiety and you can't fight, what the hell are you doing? If you already have anxiety, I don't care if it's genetic or if it's environmental, and you can't fight, you're just making your anxiety worse, right? So, you know what? I think I should make a whole video on this. But anyway, next, getting a training partner. I'm gonna put that as very important, guys. I'm gonna put that as very important. You got to get a training partner. I made the best gains of my life back in my bodybuilding days when I was training with Marco and Matt Lazy Lion and Hansa and all those guys. That's when I made the best gains of my life, because partners hold you accountable. You get that testosterone boost from motivation, from the competition. I could go on and on. Having a training partner I feel like it's one of the most underrated things in your fitness journey. Now, of course, do you need one? Nah, I've been training by myself for the last several years. But I'd be lying if I told you that it's night and day compared to when I have training partners. We constantly push each other. In fact, if you join the private training group, that's one of the competitions that we have. We compete, like I said, for steps. We compete for training, with exercises, PRs. Get you a training partner, guys. Join my groups, either the free one or the paid one, doesn't matter. And hook up, find a rival. Find somebody who's going to push you, right? Find your Vegeta if you Goku. All right, next we have, oh shit, we're almost done. Last but not least, we have, and that's similar to this one, friends. Having a community of friends. I'm going to put that at God tier. Yes, shockingly, this one is so underrated, especially in this generation. Guys, men evolved as hunter-gatherers. We evolved to hunt. We did not evolve to be alone. In fact, remember I told you earlier that one of the reasons why when I said that porn addiction is not the issue, it's the symptom of a bigger issue. That's one of those issues that leads to porn addiction. Most hunter-gatherers don't have time for porn. Why? They're always surrounded by their friends. They're not alone, right? They're hunting, they're gathering, they're fighting, they're wrestling, they're going to war. They don't have time. At night, they're sleeping next to their homies, no diddy, right? So, guys, have a community of friends. Not just online, but in person. Trust me, the benefits are endless. In fact, I'm going to make a whole video dedicated to this. All right, guys, hope that helps. I wish you guys a happy new year.